Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome back.
We are back to discuss the final episode of the Clone Wars, which just came out today. This is for it's called Victory and Death.
hmm
Yeah, so we just this is the final episode. I don't know what's gonna. I guess you're supposed to watch Rebels. I don't even know if Rebels has been out for a while now. I'm pretty sure that's what the continuation is. So I don't know if Rebels is like it was made prior to Clone Wars or at the same time, or I don't know.
I told you this off camera.
What did you tell me? I don't
No,
remember.
I told you Rebels was made back in 2014. It was made. I think it was like technically season 6 of the Clone Wars. It was technically the finale. Then they announced the seven, which is the final. But they made Rebels because it takes place after that show ends, and then it ends before New Hope starts.
So it's kind of strange how they did that. Instead of just making a continuation and not being Rebels be something new.
Like Star Wars, like the aftermath
Yeah,
or
like
something.
keep it like okay. Uh, anyway, so we're gonna. I want to just jump right into the end. There. It was so we start off with
Where it picked off.
yeah, from the last episode where Ahsoka and Rex were the only ones left, from Order 66. She fixed the chip in Rex's head so he could help her. So it picks up their in a room stock trying, waiting for the rest of the clone troopers to break through and kill
hmm
them. Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember what happened after that.
Oh my god, we just watched it
I
all times
remember
over here.
they broke through. They were going to stunning them all because they didn't want to kill them. So she said, "Oh, put your blaster on stun or whatever." Um,
And then Maul came in and he started rampaging the mall
yeah,
still. And then they got into the control tower and they opened up the hangar door in order to get out because there was a shuttle they found. But the problem was there was over like 100,000 clone troopers, and basically Rex and Ahsoka were looking at each other, and the music to it, like it sounded like it was very sad, like
yeah,
because she basically he basically said like, hey, it doesn't matter, they're all gonna die, and then we're gonna die with them. So it doesn't really matter which way this goes. And then she comes out with the plan, and basically Rex is talking to Jesse, which is one of his friend, and he's basically trying to convince someone like, oh, we would be committing treason, even though and what she wouldn't be committing treason. She's not even a Jedi anymore. And he basically said, and Jesse basically says, yeah, you know what, you just committed treason, and because of that, we'll execute you as well. And basically, as they're getting ready to kill them, the droids or whatever, they pushed their hand on, and they basically all went down.
yeah. Well, don't forget that. But before that, though, that Maul had destroyed
The
the
hyperdrive.
hyperdrive and been basically any means of propulsion in the ship. So they were just like heading towards I don't know what planet that was.
It was like some
Um,
deserted planet.
yeah, there was no way to stop it. They were going to burn up in the atmosphere, and then the ship would slowly get torn apart because Maul destroyed everything. Um,
Yeah, and basically Maul ends up stealing one of the shuttles, and he escapes. And I think that goes into because I know he is in Rebels, and I don't know why he is. We'll have to watch him figure that out. But obviously he does go there. He does go somewhere and makes the Crimson Dawn, which remember how it was in the Solo movie.
yeah,
Um, and what's the character's name that Paul Bettany played? He was just in one of the recent episodes in the Clone Wars.
um,
He was one of the people from Crimson Dawn that was in
I
there.
don't remember that. I don't remember which character he played.
Well, anywho, his well, he didn't play in the Clone Wars, but a different actor did, and basically his character was in it. And basically Maul goes somewhere and makes the Crimson Dawn, which is like a rebellion group, but they're evil.
Yeah,
So basically, they're after the Empire and the rebellion, so they just want to kill everyone. Um, but basically, they Ashoka and Rex they basically escape because as they're entering the planet, everyone starts tipping over and falling, and at one point Ahsoka looked like she was dead because she's tipping over
Yeah.
too, and they all escape, and then Rex opens up the door on the ship or whatever, but she misses it the first time, and he's panicking like, oh yeah, she's dead.
But yeah, they meant to get a ship. Um,
Underneath, it was like underneath the Republic cruiser itself.
yeah, was that a Y wing? I forget what kind of ship that is.
I don't know what the kind of what. No,
anyways,
that wasn't a
Rex ended up getting a ship, just as the main ship that they're in is falling apart and gets out right as it's disintegrating, and Ahsoka gets sucked out into the atmosphere. So he's trying to find her as they're flying through the atmosphere, and he just see her trying to dodge all
debris
and stuff. So that was kind of a cool scene, where you kind of see her off to the right, and she's trying to slowly, get closer to him.
Yeah, and then eventually they make their way down to the planet surface, and basically what happens next is she gets like sticks and puts all the clone trooper helmets on them because basically she didn't think they were bad people. She did it because they were just doing their job.
Yeah, it was like their friends, and because of the chip that was in their heads, they turned on them, so they weren't really technically evil.
Yeah, they basically got their minds tricked by Darth Sidious, and then she puts down her lightsaber because she's technically not a Jedi because she never returned to the Jedi Order, and she basically put it down because she felt like she did it as a person and everything she killed, but not as a Jedi. So she just put it down, and then I don't know if it was a few years later or whatever, but we see, and I was kind of surprised, but Darth Vader showed up, aka Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, I don't know. It was supposed to be like a while later. I don't know because there was
a few months later, maybe.
Yeah, because it was snowing when he showed up.
And it was cool. They had in the scene also. They had him. They had the Empire stormtroopers, the snow troopers, which I thought was cool. And the cool part is when he's kneeling down, looking at the lightsaber, but he probably thinks she's dead, that she died in the cruiser, and she thinks the lightsaber somehow got there, and basically he took it, but he didn't say anything, and then
I'm sure he knows whose lightsaber it was. But yeah, like you said, he probably has no idea if she survived or not, but he probably thinks she was dead, so that's why he took the lightsaber because they're leaving it there.
But
a lot of cool scenes. I mean. And the music again definitely helped out this episode a lot. But they put the stormtroopers almost kind of instead of just being like a generic stormtrooper like Star Wars, New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi. Like the stormtroopers were just kind of faceless robots, more or less. Not many of them were robots, but they were people. But they weren't like they were like drones. I bet this one when they showed the helmets hanging on all the different sticks or whatever you want to call it, kind of like you remember which each character's name was. That I forget what all the names were, but kind of so there's been faceless people. It was actually supposed to be like showing that these were our friends that died, not just clone troopers. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think the ending was very good. The way they closed it all out to. But even though there's other animated shows that do go on and tie into before some of the other movies began, it was just cool with what the directors did of the show, with all the characters they bought. And it wasn't mainly just about the Jedi or anything. It was mainly about the clones overall, even though there was some storytelling with the Jedi involved. But I think it was a very cool and definitive closure to the series. That was because the Clone Wars has been out for a long time, for almost
6-7 years.
Yeah, a long time.
For a while.
And it was just cool how they basically said let's do one more season and the build up of every single one, and they closed it out great. So I thought the directors and all they did a good job with it, and it was very cool.
The animation, the storytelling, the music that went along with it, how they created all the different characters. I mean, all the clone troopers, a lot of them had different names and had different skills and different personalities, which I thought that was cool. They didn't make them all just faceless clone troopers. They tried to do something with it. It's unfortunate that it's not going to go anywhere after this. It doesn't look like. I mean, they're saying watch Rebels to see the continuation. I still don't understand that. You would think that this should be something that's a continuation, not something that's already been ongoing for years already.
Or what they could have done is because I mean, like I said, Rebels can basically picks off from where this ended, but I feel like they should have put some sort of like post credit scene in it, so for anybody that's confused about it, they can just watch the scene and be like, okay, now when I watch, so I expect this and this to
Yeah, if
happen.
you never watched Rebels, you're not going to know that's supposed to be a continuation, even though it started years ago. They kind of did both at the same time almost.
Yeah, because like Rebels has been on for 6 years now,
Yeah.
and the finale season of that show ended last year, because there's only 4 seasons or whatever, and then after that show you have Star Wars Resistance, which is after Return of the Jedi and all that, but it was a good way to end it all. And sad it's ending, but
it's a good way to wrap it. Unfortunately, there's nothing after this. As of right now, there isn't anyways. Keep an eye out for any more Star Wars shows that'll be coming out. I know there's Disney Plus has a lot going on, so I'll have to keep an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to do it for this video. If you guys like it, give us a like and subscribe. Until next time.